You won't believe, but the 90% of the interviews that I take, my last feedback is, please go take some time, think that why you want to be in data science field. And then one of the head of the analytics from Fractal approached me, and then she found the fit. She found that I am good fit, and we scheduled the interview, and then everything happened.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So getting your first opportunity in the field of data science could be a bit challenging, but not when you know how to grab it. So today in this video, we have Sonal Singh with us, who is currently working with Fractal as a data science consultant, and she has previously worked with Sigma as well. So along with a full-time job, she also mentors students who want to get into data science, not just via her LinkedIn profile, but also by taking personal mentoring sessions and also mock interviews. So via this conversation, you'll get to know more about how to crack the data science interviews and also about the deep correlation between the social media and the opportunities that are there. Now, before jumping into the video, I would like to introduce you to ProjectPro. So you would have heard people saying that in order to get the job opportunities in the field of data science, one should have a good list of projects in their resume. It could be on machine learning, deep learning, neural network, big data, etc. But the problem is, some of you do not get the idea on which idea one should do the project, and others do not know how to write the code for it. So for all of you, there is a platform called ProjectPro which provide end-to-end data projects. So this platform provides you with a curated library of verified, solved end-to-end project solutions. So basically you can build the projects, understand its end-to-end implementation with the help of the guided videos, the code and the documentation available. And the best part about this platform is all the codes that are there, they are reusable. So basically you can build your job-winning data science portfolio with the help of these projects. And another great thing is all these projects that are there, they are built by the top industry experts from Walmart, Amazon, Uber, PayPal and other top tech companies. Not only this, ProjectPro also offers one-on-one industry expert mentorship and career coaching to ensure that you are industry ready. So I would highly recommend you to go and check out their website and also their YouTube channel. So the link of their website and the YouTube channel is given in the description box down below. So do check it out. Hi Sonal, so glad to have you here.
Hi Disha, pleasure is all mine.
So let's get started with our conversation. So Sonal, the very first thing that I want to know from you is, how did your journey start into data science? Because personally, for me, it was something that I stumbled upon. So was it similar for you, or was it something different?
No, it was really very different for me. So when I was in my college, right from the beginning, from the first semester, I was very sure I don't want to go for software development. So I was trying out different streams, which one can go using computer science domain. So I tried ethical hacking, I tried animations, I tried a lot of different things, a lot of different options that are available, but I didn't find solace kind of a thing. I didn't find that I'm doing something useful to the society. There was no interest. Like after some part of time, like even if when I did Android development or web development, I did develop some apps for my college also, but still I lost interest in that domain after some time, be it 3 months, 6 months. But then when I came across data science, and when I did my first project in data science, I found that I am doing something very worthy. I am solving a problem which is going to help lot many people. Yeah. And this usefulness basically holds my interest till now in this domain. That I am of some use, I am of some worth. My work that I am doing is actually solving problems for people. So this is something which really motivate me every day to work and does not make it monotonous for me. So This is how data science happened to me. I did write research papers in my third semesters, in my fourth semesters. So that's how my journey started. I started more and more researching, writing papers, doing projects, writing journals, and then it was like that.
It's so good to know that you explored a lot of things and then you finally decided, okay, I want to go into data science. And this is what I also want to tell the audience who are watching this video right now, that don't just go for data science because it's a buzzword or someone has said that it's the sexiest job. Go for
Correct,
it.
yes.
Yeah, go for it only when you have the interest in it. Explore other opportunities as well.
Yes, because this is one field. If you don't have passion and if you don't have real interest to work in, your mind will not work. Your mind will be the biggest blockage for you to solve problems or even to think basic things or to generate insights. You won't be able to do it after a certain point of time.
Right. Yeah.
Passion is really very important. Interest is really very important. Otherwise, data science is not for you.
Okay. So, Sonal, how did it all started? So, what after college? How did you get your first opportunity in this field? Can you tell us more about it?
Yeah, sure. So I was very sure right from the beginning, like as soon as I developed my interest in data science, I was very sure that the first company I want to step in is music. Okay. So I was very sure about it, and I used to ask my seniors, I used to ask new Sigmans on LinkedIn that how to prepare for this job, what is the skill set required, what should I improve on, what should I study on. And there were a few of my seniors who helped me a lot by telling what to study, how to study. And luckily...
One question here. Why only Mu Sigma?
Yeah, so the reason only Mu Sigma and still only Mu Sigma is that Mu Sigma has this training program, which they call as Mu Sigma University. Right. So even if there is someone who is very fresher or who is from a different domain, but has some interest in data, will eventually become a data scientist at the end of 3 months of their program. So they teach everything which is required right from the scratch, from the basics. So this was the thing. So I already prepared myself a lot of stuff, but as a college student, never worked. Right. So there is always some kind of nervousness and underconfidence. So I wanted to go for Mu Sigma so that I am not prepared. Mu Sigma will prepare me. Mu Sigma will give me job. So this was the thing that I always only wanted Mu Sigma. And then the second reason for Mu Sigma was that it is a consulting firm, and it gives exposure to a lot of different domains that a fresher would require to solve problems, to increase the mind's bandwidth to solve different problems, or to approach problems. So this was the reason. These two were the major reasons. Okay. And I got into Mu Sigma with the campus placement. Okay. All right. So that was all about Mu Sigma. Now we all know that you are now working with Fractal as a consultant, which is one of the multinational artificial intelligence companies. So how did you actually switch from Mu Sigma to Fractal? How was the process? How what was your mindset at that point of time? So when I joined Mu Sigma and when I completed my training program, I was very sure that whatever is required, I will learn in 1 year and then I will switch. Okay. So because I wanted to explore, I wanted to explore other companies, because in a Mu Sigma, a fresher gets a feeling like a baby feeling. I mean, the Mu Sigma basically nurtures the freshers and protects them. So I wanted to come out of that shell, basically, and I wanted to explore different opportunities, different roles, basically, not just of a data scientist. So I remember that I used to post a lot of things on LinkedIn, and I also posted my resume on Naukri. I was looking for a change. My LinkedIn profile was open to work, and then one of the head of the analytics from Fractal approached me, and then she found the fit. She found that I am good fit, and we scheduled the interview, and then everything happened.
Okay, so majorly after what you have told, I think your online presence is the one that landed you this job, right? Your online presence, what you were delivering to the audience in the field of data science.
Correct. Okay. Yeah, I entirely credit this job to LinkedIn.
Okay.
And to my audiences, because of which I was able to reach the head of analytics in Fractal. So yeah, I mean, yes, it was because of my online presence.
Okay, great to know that. Now I have plenty of questions for you lined up, since you have told that you got this opportunity by your online presence, the way you were sharing things on LinkedIn. So since you got this opportunity based on your thorough knowledge in this field, which was not just limited to you, but you also try to share it with the people via different social media channels. So what do you think about how sharing content helped you and how people can actually take advantage of sharing things online?
See, my personal reason to be present online or to share contents or to share my knowledge, whatever I have on LinkedIn or any other social media platforms, is just to help people. Okay. And I am doing this just to feel that I'm contributing for someone's better future. So this is the major reason I am doing it. Okay. The second most important reason is, when you post something or when you learn something, it is not that you know 100% about it, right? Right. There might be some things which you might not know, and there might be some things which others may know. So when you share things online, you get to learn new stuff, even about the things you feel that you know 100%. Right. It's not just me sharing the content, but it's like everyone sharing some content. And then when you read something, it has happened a lot many times to me that I have come across a post and I'm like, oh my God, I have been doing this for 2 years or 3 years and I didn't know this. Yeah. This is something. Right. So you learn every day. This is very important. So when you learn every day, or when you are getting something from a community, there is a feeling to give back. And that is the reason I post content every day, so that I can build stronger social connections of friends and community. Now, obviously, it helps everyone to learn things on a regular basis, because you have to post content. So you have to be 100% sure about what you are posting, because your viewers, your audiences will have questions and you have to answer their queries. So this is how it started. It started with posting content. Then I moved to mentoring people, giving guidance to people who require a roadmap to become a data science or scientist. And then I help people by conducting free online classes on various topics, basically ML topics or data science topics, or conducting mock interviews. So even with mock interviews, right, when we speak to the candidate, when we speak about the other person's project, we get to learn so many things. Oh my God, this was the problem statement. This is how this person approached. Right. And then you also think in the mind that if it would have come to me, I would have approached like this or not. Yeah. So you learn a lot of things every day by doing or by being present on the social media, any of the social media. Even if it is Instagram, it's not a problem. Even if it's a YouTube, it's good. Everything, I feel every social media platform is for learning, is really very good for learning and sharing. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, everyone should post content online and have some online presence. It need not to be on a very regular basis, but some online presence is really important.
And I think it solves dual purpose. One, as the one that you have mentioned, that in order to give to the society, you also need to learn on your own. Otherwise, copy pasting won't work. How long will it work for, right? Yes. And people will get to know your authenticity soon, or sooner or later, right? That's
Yes,
one thing. And second thing, by showing your online presence, people also, like the companies also get to know, okay, so and so person is trying to deliver whatever they have learned, so they know this thing and we want such person in our company, or we all, so they don't just go and search for people. Some people are already there, ready for them. Okay, they know so and so things, we can just take normal interview for them and we'll get to know. Okay.
exactly. So what actually happens is the HR or the CXOs, they watch your profile. They
Mm-hmm.
follow you, they watch your profile for a few days, and they see that you are skilled in XYZ domains,
Right.
and this is the requirement in their company, and then they approach you. So
Yeah.
it is really very important to see whatever you know. If you're not going to express, if you're not going to show, nobody will be able to understand that you know these things. You will not get the opportunity. So it is very important to showcase what you have. Don't overdo it,
Yeah.
but at least what you have to showcase it so that you get the right opportunities for you.
Hmm.
And LinkedIn specifically is really the best platform because it connects you to the leaders, to the CXOs, to everyone at this point in time.
Right, right. And even if you try to contact some HR or some leader of a company, they can just go to your profile and get to know, okay, this person is really interested in this field via your
Yeah.
online presence. Completely agree. Okay. So now coming back to your role as a consultant with Fractal. So what are the kind of problems that you solve on a regular basis? So if you could just explain it with a few examples, that would give a better clarity on the role of a, say, data science consultant.
Sure. So basically, I'll start by explaining what data science consulting actually is.
Okay.
So, in my words, what I feel is that it is a kind of activity which is focused to change by building up the client's analytical skills, developing the competencies, and understanding the machineries or the mechanism of the business.
Right.
What I mean to say with this is that basically bringing about change in your client business by leveraging the analytical skills and competence and developing the competencies to work with it. So normally a data science consultant provide 4 types of services to any company which comes to them. It could be strategy building, helping them to build the strategy. Validation of the strategy means they already have a strategy and they want us to validate it, whether it is working properly for them or not. Then model development. Sometimes the problems require model development and employee training. Employee training is something which not normally analytics consultancy does, but this is also a part of a consultancy. We have separate divisions, we have separate companies who offer trainings. So this employee training is basically leveraged by the client when they want their employees to be trained in certain languages or to have certain skills, or to understand a new, let's say, cloud or Azure, or the working of it, or how to use it. So basically to get their employees acquainted. Right now, when coming to me, like what kind of problems I solved. So I have been working for a very different industries like CPG, retail, finance, and I have solved very different kind of problems with respect to pricing, assortment, supply chain, optimization, forecasting, revenue management. So end of the day, the goal of all of these project is to basically maximize the profit or the revenue, or and decrease the investment or the cost. So for example, there could be one problem that a client comes to you and says that my sales are not increasing. Right now, there are a lot of times when client comes to you, they do not know what are the reasons behind it. Right. So we have to sit, we have to brainstorm with them, we have to understand that, okay, these could be the XYZ possible factors because of which the sales is not increasing. And then we have to develop a model, or we have to devise a strategy which the client can use to increase their sales.
Yeah.
So this is how things work in consultancy.
So basically, thinking of the fact that the clients don't have much analytical knowledge, you leverage that analytical knowledge and use their data that they have, and then based on that you try to build either models or try to give them strategies, things like that.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So what is the toolkit that you would suggest to the people that they should have if they want to become a data scientist or a data science consultant?
Okay. So when I talk about data scientist specifically and not data analyst, because for both of these, we will have a different set of toolkit.
Right.
A data scientist should, the basic skills, I'll say, it should be Python or R, any one of them, any scripting language, like it could be R or Python. I'll say Python is more important because most of the companies are now adapting Python.
Yeah.
Then SQL is a must. We just cannot avoid SQL. SQL is very important. These two are the minimum skills that is required. Apart from that, a data scientist should be very well with problem solving. He should be very well with statistics. He should know probability. He should know ML algorithms, at least regression and classification, and a tree-based algorithm. What would be beneficial is to have understanding of forecasting and optimization, but these two are optional because most of the problems are solved by the sales driver model or regression. So regression and classification information is very important. Like you should know end-to-end everything about it. Need not to study 10 models and know like 10% or 20% about each. Study 2 models, but know 100% about it, everything. Interpretation of model is also one skill which is very important. Apart from this, I think the critical thinking and the ability to solve problems, this is very crucial. So data scientists should have at least these skill set.
Okay. So now there is a question that I got from a lot of people asking how we can get our first job as a data scientist, or there are a lot of people who want to switch to this domain of data science. So how can the freshers actually break into this field of data science?
Sure. So first of all, the most important thing for a fresher to enter in this field is to have a very good resume. A resume which is oriented towards data science.
Okay.
Because if your resume is not impressive, or if your resume is not oriented towards data sciences, your resume is never going to get selected. Right. And then you will never be able to come into this field. So resume is very important.
So what would you like to see in a resume if you are saying that your resume should be good? So what do you think are the key things that people should look into their resumes?
First thing, very important thing, it should be a one page. A fresher's resume should be a one page. It should have some data science projects, and the person should be able to explain those projects end to end very well.
Okay.
Right. When I say end to end, it means the context, the problem statement, what was the approach, what was the outcome, what are the pitfalls, what are the challenges, right? What was the benefits? So all of these questions should be answered by that candidate. So yeah, a good project. Then keywords are really important. So whenever so this is my way of doing, whenever I apply for a particular company, I mold my resume according to the job description. Because if I am not putting things which is there in the job description, obviously my chances of getting selected are very less.
Exactly.
So always change resume, keep on updating it, keep on updating your skills as well, because just writing, R and then not performing in the interview will not work. So look at the job description, pick up all the keywords and use those keywords in your resume. That is very important. A resume should be very clean. It should be very clean, separated. All the headers should be very separated. A clumsy resume never gets selected, because I think you would have heard this, that a HR takes only 6 seconds to glance at a particular resume and then selects or rejects
and even before your resume reaches the HR, it first, for most of the companies, it goes
to the screening round.
So ATS
screening round basically screens for all the keywords and then selects your resume.
Right.
So these are the basic things which fresher should definitely keep in mind while preparing the resume. So yes. Apart from resume, I think when they go for interview, clarity of thought is very important. Because if they will get nervous, if they will get confused, because a viewer's job is to confuse. And as a fresher, you tend to get confused. You tend to doubt your abilities. So that should not be done. I mean, even if you don't know anything, answer it confidently. The interviewer might get confused. So this happened with me, but you should not get nervous. You should be very confident about your work and very proud about whatever you have done. That is very important. And a good self-introduction. That is like the first thing that an interviewer asks. So I have taken a lot of mock interviews, and what I have understood from these is that people do not have a good introduction for themselves. They either get nervous, they are not able to explain what they do or what they are doing, from where they belong to. So I'd suggest that they can write those things. Like they can write their introduction and read it. I mean, they can learn it basically and then read it out in front of an interviewer. Because if you're not able to introduce yourself, I will not expect you to help me understand the project or explain me what is your process, what approach you have taken, why you have taken, right?
Right. It should also not look like as if you have learned the things, like as you have learned your introduction, but it should look candid as well. But the key points should be in your mind. Okay, these are the key points that I want to tell my interviewer about myself.
Yes, you can make a list of like 6-7 points and just frame your sentences around those. So that is very important. And apart from that, obviously the ML concepts, the data science concepts, statistics, these are the most important things. I mean, the ingredients for a fresher to enter into data science field.
Okay. So up to what level of understanding a fresher should have, like how, since you take mock interviews as well. So from a interviewer's perspective, if they are taking an interview of a fresher, what level of expertise do they expect from the candidate for the data science interviews?
Okay, so from a fresher, what we expect is basic clarity of thoughts, basic clarity of concepts, and a good communication skill to explain what they know. Because this third point is very important. You may know 100 things, but if you're not able to convey it, I will not be able to understand. So at least not very high level of communication is required, but basic communication skills so that you are able to express and convey what questions are asked from you. That is very must. We don't expect that a fresher should know all the 10 machine learning models. He should know clustering, he should know outlier analysis. No, that is not required. He can just know one algorithm, but at least be clear with the basics. Basics is very important. You can say that I know regression, but if someone asks you the basic question, assumptions of linear regression, and you're not able to answer it, that is very wrong, because that is from where the linear regression starts, right?
Completely.
So Yeah, so basic understanding of everything is important. And when I say about advanced understanding, that you get to know when you work on different projects, because you obviously research, you obviously see things, you implement 10 different things. So advanced learning happens on the go. You cannot have advanced learning with books. So as a fresher, we expect only basic understanding, basic level of information for SQL. At least the person is able to write the queries, the subqueries, CTEs. The person knows the difference between where and having. So this is for SQL. For Python, like he knows how to reverse a list, how to reverse a dictionary. So basic understanding is very crucial, at least for data scientist role.
Okay, so based on your experience of taking mock interviews of the candidates, what are some of the things that you have felt that the candidates do mistake in while giving these data science interviews? Like, what are some of the major things that you have noticed which should not be there in the interview?
So I'll not restrict this answer to just, to just interviews, but in generally, uh, uh, when I talk about freshers, right, they're either very underconfident or overconfident. It is difficult to deal with them. So the first mistake or the issue that I have felt with freshers is that they do projects. They do some projects, like they will do some face detection, and they will come and say that I have done face detection. But what was the problem statement? Why you did it? Why you solved it? Right? What was if I say what was the approach? They will say I have taken XYZ algorithm and used it. Why you have chosen that algorithm? The why behind every question or the why behind everything they don't know answer to. Right? They will say I know statistics, but when you talk about like basic things, what is confidence interval, what is skewness, like some the things which normally we ignore by saying that this is very small topic, they don't go for it. They will study what is z-score, but a topic like skewness is ignored, and that is very important. Like we use it like every day in our projects. That is really very important. So freshers, they don't know what to study, and in that they follow different websites, and those websites will give them big headers, and it will not give them the basic concepts which is actually required for data science. So this is one mistake. Another mistake they do while preparation, and then in interview that they are not able to answer. Apart from this, as I mentioned, that they don't have an introduction. That is very important. And the most important is why data science.
Okay.
That is something like till now I haven't heard a single convincing answer, that why data science. And even if you ask someone who is transitioning to data science,
why they are transitioning,
they're transitioning, no, they don't know. It's just that it is the hottest field, it is the highest paying field, they want to transition. If you say this to a company, no one is going to take you, right?
Right.
So this level of honesty is not expected. So I should not say this, but a good answer to these questions is something which is missing. And the answers which with what they come up with, because that is not true, they are nervous, they're not able to speak up properly. So this is the issue.
And I think this answer can only come to them if they also think about why they are doing the things. It's not only about learning, it's also about thinking every day why we are doing it.
You won't believe, but the 90% of the interviews that I take, my last feedback is, please go take some time, think that why you want to be in data science field. This is very important, and this is something freshers are asked a lot, like a lot, even if it is a campus or off campus or whatever it is. So yeah, these are the things.
Okay. So coming to our last question, Sonal, what would be your last piece of advice for the people who want to get into data science?
Yeah. So one thing that I want to suggest is, please stop investing thousands of rupees in different data science courses. It is not required. Even if you are transitioning, even if you are a fresher or you are just starting out, whatever it is, it will take just 2 months of consistent effort to learn everything, apply for a job, and get a job.
Okay.
I have
That's
personally
a very
trained
big
people.
statement that you have
Yes,
given. Yeah.
I have personally trained people in like 2 months and they are ready for interview. I mean, obviously it depends how they perform an interview,
Exactly.
but they are interview ready in like 2 months. Consistency is the key. Good roadmap, consistency, determination is very important. You can invest like thousands of rupees, but you will never be interview ready if you are not putting in efforts yourself. Practicing SQL queries, practicing Python is very important. If you want uh, uh, to invest in a course to boost your confidence, please do it. But before that, please do self-study. Self-study can never match your courses or whatever the PG programs or whatever you're doing. If you have to do it for masters, go ahead. But just for preparing data science, you can do it on your own. It is very easy if you are really interested.
I think it goes
Basically,
for anything that you want to learn. The major thing that we lack is the consistency, because we explore a lot of things. We'll watch a lot of YouTube videos, how to become a data scientist, or what are the key things that one needs to learn. And I think almost everyone will tell you the same path, almost the same path. But it's you who need to get started and give your consistent efforts in order to prepare yourself.
Yes. So that's why I said initially that a good roadmap, like select your roadmap and follow it for like 2 months, 3 months straight, study every day, be self-motivated, do things, do projects, and stick to a routine. When I say routine, I don't want you to wake up at 6 o'clock and then have lunch at 12 o'clock. No, not that routine. Routine of your study, that if you have to study 2 hours, give 2 hours. Hard work, smart work, everything, and you will land a good role. Like determination and consistency is basically the key to landing a good role. One more thing I just remember is give mock interviews. They're very important. They will help you to understand the gaps. So people usually are very frightened of being judged and they don't opt for mock interviews. So that should not be done, because mock interviews will actually help you to clear your real interviews. It will help you to build your confidence. So that is one thing that I wish.
And for those people who want to give mock interviews, so Sonal organized free mock interviews via her LinkedIn profile. So you can surely check her LinkedIn profile. I've given the LinkedIn profile of Sonal in the description box down below. She also posts some amazing content around the field of data science for all the enthusiasts who want to get into the field of data. So that's why both of us are focusing a lot on sharing the content to the people, not just in order to increase your confidence, it's also for the community, for the data science community. So do those things on a regular basis and you will see the difference that you are making. Right, Sonal?
Yes, definitely.
So thank you, Sonal. Thank you for taking out time and having this conversation. I really enjoyed it. And I feel that whoever would be watching this video, they would have got a lot of insights from you.
Thank you. Thank you, Tisha, for having me here. I really enjoyed answering your questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sonal. So guys, if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel for more such videos in future.